Cliffhanger.
The engines of the Scarloy Railway are well known for making their passengers happy, and not only that, they are happy for running this quaint little line as well.
But when the engines of the Scarloy Railway found themselves under contract to the Blue Mountain Quarry, there was a lot of work to be done. Duncan, Duke, Bertram, Freddie, Mighty Mac, and Ivo Hugh stayed behind to run the railway, while everyone else became quarry engines. Then one day, Sir Handel had a bad accident with the trucks. Duncan was called to take over while Sir Handel was mended. One day, Duncan was shunting trucks of rock and slate ready for the others to take. Duncan was grumbling at the work and the vibe of his new temporary home. "I get no rest," Duncan complained. "I think you get no rest because you say you're overworked all the time," replied Rusty. "But it's true, Rusty. At least back on the Scarloy Railway we had some time to unwind and recollect ourselves." "Well, you're in the quarry now, Duncan. Besides, aren't you an industrial engine anyway?" "Pah!" Duncan growled as he sent a line of trucks straight for Peter Sam, who was coupling them up. "Ouch! Watch it, Duncan!"
"Pah!" growled Duncan as he chortled away.
Later that evening, the engines are making their way about, either continuing their work or making their way to the sheds. Duncan had to pull a train of slate to Ulstead Castle where a new visitor center was to be built. Duncan groaned endlessly about it, trying to get out of the work.
"Why me? Give it to Luke." "What's that about me?"
"But now it's on a schedule, old boy. We all have to do our jobs around here."
Duncan knew his driver was right, but he was still grumbling as they went to go collect the trucks. Duncan buffered up to the trucks, and he was off. The hills were beautiful this time of year. It was neither too hot or too cold, and rolling emerald hills made up the landscape. There were small bridges, quaint towns by the railway, and beautiful, vast prairies as well. It was getting dark as Duncan made his way towards Ulstead Castle. But then it got so dark Duncan could hardly see the track ahead, and the bridge was out! "Stop! Stop!" Duncan's driver applied the brakes, but Duncan slid on. His brakes screeched as he came to a complete stop with his front wheels dangling off the huge cliff. Later at the sheds, Duke was made aware of the situation. "Come along, Duke! Duncan is in trouble!"
Probably all that rock and roll. Alright, let's go.
Duke was brought to the scene. He took away the cars and the brake van. Then, a long iron chain was connected to Duke so that he could push Duncan as soon as he was free so they wouldn't plunge down the hill. With Duke's might, Duncan was soon back on the rails. Mighty Mac arrived to take away the trucks. See you soon, Duncan and Duke. The journey was long for the two little engines, and they didn't return until the next morning. Victor was waiting for Duncan with the flatbed. "Ah, I see. That undercarriage will need fixing." "Ah, no. Back above the ground. All you ever do is complain, Duncan." And Duncan could only agree.